paint a coastal floor to Getaway but don't know where to start? In this beginner-friendly oil painting tutorial, you'll learn step-by-step how to create a coastal stilt cottage with swaying palms and soothing water reflections while building confidence and technique as a new or somewhat new artist. Just using the edges of the bristles there to blend a little bit. Now I'm using my blush brush to fluff everything up. Very lightly going over the canvas. Put some highlights in. Just want to, again, fluff that up. Lightly going over with a few bristles and a little bit of air. Not even touching it, because if you touch it too much, you're going to lose it. And that should be it. Just using a few bristles on the brush to blend some of the paint together. Just lightly touching it. That's it. Here I'm trying to visualize the size of my cottage that I'm going to be adding. And there's the vertical, how high it's going to be. Just trying to figure out where I want to put it, how big it's going to be. Oh, there's a template I made. Just makes it much easier. Cut that out of paper. Now I'm just going to kind of like size it up on the canvas, figure out where I want it. Just making sure it's level there. Just measuring the bottom part of the house or the cottage. Then I'm going to lightly outline the, using a liner brush there, I'm going to outline the template with some thin paint. It's going to go on the outside of it very lightly, just to outline it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And there we go. Using a palette knife to give me a nice sharp edge. To put my, I'm filling in the house now just with a base color, just to knock out that blue background, the sky and everything else. So I'm using the palette knife to give me a nice sharp edge there. And once I have that, then I'll fill the rest of it in with the brush. Let that dry a little bit, and then we can start coloring it in. I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't give the white paint time to dry, so the colors that I'm putting on right now are mixing in with the white. So the colors are lighter than what they're going to be. They're going to be a lot darker because these colors are going to be in the shadows of the sunset over there. So they're going to be a lot darker. Now these are the shadows that are underneath the cottage that's up there. So I'm putting these in now before I start putting in the stilts. Plus I want this area, this water, to be wet. So when I start doing my stilts and everything like that, it's easier to blend everything. It'll be wet on wet. And I'm calculating my stilts here. Those are the stilts that are outside the water. And these are the reflections of the stilts in the water. See, that's why I wanted that dark color there, so that I can start blending right here. It's all wet on wet. See, it blends nice. So those are all the reflections. Now there's a whole bunch of stilts under this house. It's not just those 4 that you see right now. So I'm going to start putting those in. Those are underneath the shack, the cottage. And they're all dark because they're in the shadows. And they progressively get smaller as they start moving away from us, moving towards the horizon. So you have to make sure that the stilts get smaller as they move away. And I'm not worrying too much about perfection here. I'm just putting them in. Details you can do later. These are some details, but it's just I'm not worrying too much. I'm just putting them in. Not worrying about perfection here. You have to remember when you're doing this too, it's just a painting. You're not trying to create a photograph. It's just a painting. That's all it is. This is your interpretation of what you're seeing. You're not copying someone else because you don't want to be someone else. You want to be you. There's enough of them. You want to be you. So do your thing, you know, the way you see it. Don't copy anybody else. You may get ideas from other people how they do things, but you know, change it up. Do it your way. That's what people want to see. You can always clean up all the edges later with a liner brush, make everything nice and sharp if you want. So just right now, I'm just putting all the what has to go in, and then I'll worry about the details later. Now, a lot of this paint that I'm using right now, I've used mixed with my walnut oil. I thinned it down because it goes on much easier, flows easy. If I didn't, it would be rough, it would stick. Be tacky, you know. So I'm always using my walnut oil to dilute my paints so they go on nice and smooth. blue paint I'm working on right now is kind of tacky. It's only been drying for a day, so it's kind of tacky. So I have to dilute my paint to make it go on nice and smooth. So I dilute it with my walnut oil. Now I'm darkening up the blue there, using some black. Now these windows are supposed to be offset. It's not that I put them in wrong. That's the way they are in the image. Putting this white stripe on wet black paint, and if I diluted that white it wouldn't stick, so I'm just dipping my brush into the white paint so it sticks to the black paint. If I didn't, it would just turn muddy. I'm putting a light on inside the house. That means someone's home. Brings a little life to the cottage. It's not abandoned, it means someone's home. That's it. Now it's time to let it dry. always like to add like a little Easter egg, something that's hidden in the painting that you might not see or notice, like a bird out in the distance or something, or a fish jumping. Here's a cat that I'm painting that's sitting on the deck looking out over the ocean. No one's going to notice him, but he's there, and maybe someone will see it someday. I don't know. I tilted the painting on its left side here because it makes it much easier for me to create these arches. These are palm leaves that are hanging. So it just makes it easier to put that arch in. Now I thinned down the paint pretty good with walnut oil so it goes on nice and smooth. But you don't want it too runny because then it's going to run. So you just thin it down a little bit so you can get a nice line. There, that gives you an idea. There's what I did. Now I'm doing the same thing on the right hand side. Now I always start small and work my way out. Now I just add to it, make it thicker, and now these are branches that are real close to us, that are hanging low. Now I'm extending these a little bit longer because I didn't like them, they're too short. So you can always keep adding to them. Yeah, I needed something down here in the lower right hand corner, so I'm adding these in. I'm adding some more up here. I want it to be hanging over the house. It's like I'm framing that house with palm leaves. That should be it. Let that dry and then I'll add some more colors to it. appreciate you tuning in. If you'd like to discover more about this art piece, please visit Salty Air Artistry's website. Thanks once again for tuning in. And if you do like this video, please like and subscribe because it helps me create more painting content for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.